without further ado, I'd like to introduce my friend, my mentor, Chris Bailey. Are you on the call, Chris?
Of course I am, Dale. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I just need to unmute every now and then.
Well, it's good to have you on here. Thank you for doing this. I know it's going to be a valuable tool. And, you last week, you gave us the basics to the comp plan. And now today, you're going to show us how to kind of maximize, how to enhance it as much as possible. So go to it, my friend.
All right. Appreciate you, Dale. Dale, can you do me a favor and make me a co-host?
Certainly.
All right. And while Dale's doing that, guys, I'm super excited to be here. As I said last week, this is my favorite thing to do is to be on Mondays with Dale. I absolutely love it. I love being a special guest here and helping you guys build your business. Dale and I go way back. You know, we're both people that truly care about everyone's success, and that's why we partner up so well together. So as Dale mentioned last week, we did the initial compensation plan training, and today I'm going to do some advanced training. And the advanced training that I'm doing today, as far as I'm concerned, is what really makes this thing so super amazing. All right. So I'm super excited about that. Let me just change my view. I'm gonna see if I can get, okay, for some reason I'm not coming up big on the screen. I hope that you guys can see my letters because my picture is small. Let me see if I can have it so that I can make me the primary. Let's see. I can't. Okay, I don't know why, but hopefully you guys can see. Dale, give me a thumbs up if you can read this pretty clear.
I've got you on a full screen on my side, and I can read it fairly well. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why I can't make me full screen. So everybody else is full screen for me, but me. I don't know why, but I thought maybe you making me the co-host would change it, but it's not. So anyway, so good. Appreciate that. All right, so here we go, guys. Before I get into the details of what I'm going over today, a few of us leaders got together and we discussed that we believe My Daily Choice is the best home-based business on the planet for many reasons. So I was working on a list, and I'm not finished with the list, but I want to go over this list of reasons why My Daily Choice is the #1 company. All right. And first of all, I want y'all to understand I've been with about 6 network marketing companies. I've done very well in the industry. I've been with some of the biggest network marketing companies on the planet. And so I'm speaking from experience, not just from the outside looking in. Okay. All right. So here, just a quick list that I was able to jot down really quick why My Daily Choice to me is the best thing out there. And they're in no specific order. So I'm going to be talking, different things. It's just things that came to my mind. The first one is we have money back guarantee on all of our products, right? I don't know of any other company that does that. Our products are very elite, okay? Better than anything you can buy in a store, better than most other network marketing companies. And our products are also clean, all right? So our products are clean, just like the FFX, which is a green product. It helps clean your engine, clean the environment. Our health and wellness products are clean. Plant-based, just everything is clean. We have a very diverse line of products, okay? I know that most of the countries here, we focus on the FFX, but as you all know, you do have other products that you can market in other countries, okay? And it's a very diverse line of products, which is really exciting because you might be promoting to someone in the US that does not have a car, so they may not be interested in the FFX, but they might want to lose weight. They might need energy. They may work at a spa and want to, use the essential oil. So we have just a very diverse line of products. Free website, all right? No other company I've been with had a free website. Free marketing system. No other company I've ever been with had a free marketing system. 0 startup costs, all right? We just buy products, but there is no registration fee with this company. 85% payout, all right? Highest that I've ever seen by a long shot. And that's why, which is my next one, is we have some of the top industry earners, even with a relatively small company. All right. When we become a big company, when I say a big company by numbers, by the amount of affiliates and customers, we're going to pass everybody up financially. All right. Top female earner ever in the industry at $1 million a month. The rank bonus is paid in full. All right. So we have those one-time rank bonuses start at $100 and go up to 500,000. Most companies, when you get to the big numbers, let's say 100,000, they pay you a small percentage each month that maybe lasts a year or 2 years or something like that. So they don't give you the bonus in one lump sum. This company gives you the bonus in a lump sum. Okay. So it's really, really awesome. And there's a lot to that, because if you're with another company and say 6 months down the road, you decide to want to leave that company, or if your business may take a hit and you may drop in the rank, you won't get that bonus anymore. You won't get the rest of it. So they might say, hey, we're giving you 100,000. They parade you across the stage with a big $100,000 check, but you may only see 20,000 of it. All right. So here you're going to get that whole entire bonus. Easy bonus pool. All right. And another one I can add to the bonus pool is anybody can qualify. Most companies, you have to be a top earner to qualify for their bonus pool. Anybody can sign up today, get 4 in a month, and be bonus pool qualified. Our prices are great with our products. Bravo Award, we're one of the only companies in the world that won the Bravo Award for being the world's #1 fastest growing company. We have a comp plan for influencers. All right. First company I've ever been with that did that. We have 4th ranked startup at the executive level. All right. I've never been with a company where you can come in at the 4th level position in the company at startup. Who does that? Right? And that dramatically drives up your checks. That's why we all want to be an executive. We offer a free spot in our tree. All right. Before you actually even join, we have a holding tank. A lot of companies don't have a holding tank. 50% rank regulation. In other words, you can get 50% volume from any one leg. Most companies, the number is around 30%. So therefore, you have to have many more legs to have much more for the same amount of success. Where here, you can have 2 legs because you can get 50%. And I know some of this y'all don't understand, but trust me, from a leader's standpoint, it's the best thing on the planet. All right. $2 million binary tree cap. Okay. 2 million. My last company, which was the world's biggest travel business on the entire planet, right? The rank cap, the binary cap was $50,000 a month. 50,000. Ours is 2 million. Okay. Unlimited weekly income. My last company, again, being that big company, they had a limit of $25,000 you can make in a week. There's no limits with this company. We have the subscription rewards. No other company I've been with offered that, where if you're getting on a monthly subscription, they'll give you some basically cash to get free product. And then this is another intangible that makes this company amazing, is first to market with products. This company was the first network marketing company on the entire planet that rolled out CBD. Okay. And people made so many millions of dollars in this company because of that one move that this company did. We're also the company that went and got the fuel treatment. Okay. So there are things that are, and another one that I could mention, again, I'm not finished with that list, is our co-founders, Josh and Jenna. All right. Just super, super smart. They're willing to go out on a limb and do things different. Okay. But those are, to me, and that's a pretty long list. Like most companies, if they say, oh, we got something that another company had, no other company has, they may talk about one thing. I listed probably about 20 things so far, and I'm not finished, right? So that's what makes this company that awesome. So guys, no matter how tough it gets, you just got to keep grinding until it happens. And I'm telling you guys this, our leaders are working behind the scenes very hard crack what I call crack.
So you want all your people to talk about my feet, huh?
Yeah, we do. So anyway, I got distracted. But anyway, this company is just that. So the code that I believe that we're going to crack as a team, and it's going to make our team the biggest team in the company or close to it. I mean, I'm not competing against anyone, but I just know that when that momentum happens, it's going to be insane. And it's going to happen in 2023. Okay. So you want to be part of this movement. You just want to be coachable and just keep working very hard until you win. Okay. All right. So let's crank it up. So today, I'm doing some advanced training. Now there's a few different advanced trainings I could do. And I decided today I need to focus on this one major one. All right. Because to me, it's probably one of the most important strategies for building and for building your checks and helping your team build their checks. All right. So what's really cool about this is if you watch the compensation plan by our CEO, Josh Zwagel, and one of the things he talks about is all the different ways that the customer acquisition makes, okay? And he loves that part. And he's like, look, this is the best thing. The customer, and I believe it was something like, 9 of the 9 reasons why you should focus on the customer thing. And he's right, okay? There's no doubt about that. But here's where this thing gets really unique. I'm excited about the back end, okay? I'm excited about, what I'm getting ready to show you on the screen, because as a builder, it's the best that I've seen in the industry as well, okay? So let's get right into it, guys. All right, so first thing I want you to understand, today's training is more going to be about the binary, okay? Because as a person that has earned this check, it is one of the most powerful checks in the company, which is called leadership check matching. All right. So, so one of my focuses every month is to help everybody become binary qualified, because we want to create a culture for the people that are building a business to be able to do this. And I'm going to show you the rewards that you will get, being laser focused. Now, what's really cool is what Josh is super excited about as far as the customer acquisition, and I am too, because that gets you the big weekly checks, is the customers also go in the binary as well. Okay, so all of this counts for everything. All right, so let's get right into it. Last week, I gave you guys a really good description on the difference between the enrollment tree and the binary tree. All right. Now, there's a lot of companies that only do enrollment tree, or we call it unilevel. Okay, unilevel is basically when you sign up and you sign somebody up. Each person that you sign up is called an enrollment tree leg. That's called unilevel. Okay. Now, binary is when you sign these people up, you put them in either your left leg or your right leg. So you're going to place them. All right. You're going to tell them have a seat on the left or have a seat on the right. Okay. All right. So that's two different. When you have both of them, it's called a hybrid. Okay, a hybrid is multiple compensation plans in one, and to me, it's the best. Having only one of these ways, either unilevel or binary, to me is not good. All right, but having both of them is powerful. So the unilevel, which is again your enrollment tree, it's you and who you sign up, every person that you sign up. So if you sign up 100 people, that's 100 different enrollment tree legs. Okay. Now, what's known in the industry is the more personal enrollment you have, right, or enrollment tree legs, the more money you make. Right. So they call that more lucrative. Right. And I'm going to show you, how this kind of works with our binary as well. Okay, so now the binary, right, which I love too. Matter of fact, I kind of love the binary a little bit more, because the binary usually is really unlimited to how many people you can get paid on. All right, I mean, $2 million a month from just the binary alone. All right, that's insane. Right. So basically, when you're placing people in your left leg, right leg, and it's going down and down, and I'm getting ready to break the binary down really big for you guys. So stand by for that. but there's no limit. You can have 1 million people in that leg and you get paid off every single one of them. All right. So there's a lot of advantages with the binary. It's not as upfront money as the going wide, but longevity is insane. All right. So it's the best thing ever. All right. So now I'm going to pull out one of our be mostly discussing 2 ways we get paid. First one, I just want to give you an example of the check match. And the check match only is from the binary. Okay. You don't check match people who get a bonus check. You don't check match people on their weekly checks for sponsoring new customers or affiliates. Check match is literally people's binary. So if someone makes $1,000 in the binary, but their check is $5,000 from other things, you're check matching the $1,000. Okay. Now, as a person that has gotten that check match, sometimes it is the biggest way I get paid. Right. It's bigger than all my other streams through the company. So that's how important check match is. All right. Check match is also a reward for making sure that you're helping people become successful. All right. And that you're creating a culture. So you want to be rewarded for helping other people. Right. One thing that I've learned is you can't hit the top of any of these companies or make a lot of money unless you're helping other people. All right. So when people start making big checks, this is where Dale had talked about creating leaders. All right. When people making big checks, somehow they become leaders automatically. All right. So that's what you want to do, guys. And we're going to create that culture. So what I want to do is give you an example of the check match and why it's so powerful. Okay. And I am going to break it down to you in the binary in just a minute. All right. So let's just give you an example of check matching. So Gregory, all right, let's say Gregory is a 5K. All right. So check match kicks in when you're a 5K affiliate. All right. I actually called it leadership check match because you know 5K, you're a leader, and then that's when check match kicks in. All right. Now, in this example, let's say Gregory, and y'all gonna see all y'all names on here that got on here on time. All right. Gregory, 5K affiliate, he enrolled Winnie, Martin, and Philip. Okay. That's who he personally enrolled. All right. Now, each of you guys signed up 2 other people, right? So Winnie signed up Dale and me, all right? Winnie, you got 2 50K affiliates under. How cool is that? All right. All right, then we got Martin. Martin signed up Prosperous and Pearl. All right, and then Philip signed up Bounty and Kim. Okay, so actually Peter, not Pearl, Peter. Martin signed up Peter. So in this case, we're going to say that this is what they earned in the binary this current month. So let's say, for example, and just to keep it real even so you can just see the numbers. All right, so now Winnie, Martin, and Philip all made $10,000 this month in their binary checks. Okay. Now, each person that they each signed up all made $5,000. So Dale, Chris, Prosperous, all of us made $5,000. Okay. And then we each had 5 people that we personally enrolled that all made $1,000. I'm going to show you how powerful this check match is. Okay. Now, Gregory at 5K affiliate, he may have a big binary. He may not have a big binary, but because he was fortunate enough to sign you guys up, all right, his check match is going to be amazing. So level 1 is the people that you enroll. All right. So we're going to call these L1s. All right. Level 1. This is level 2. And these are level 3s. Okay. Now, at 5K affiliate, you actually check match 4 levels. So even all these people that made $1,000, you check match all their people as well, which could be an astronomical amount of people. But we're just going to show these first 3 levels. So Gregory is a 5K affiliate. Winnie, Martin, and Philip all made $10,000 this month. And he earns 30% of the bonus check from corporate from each person. So in this case, 30% of 10,000 is $3,000, right? But it's 3,000 per person, which is a total of $9,000. So he made 9,000. Let's use the red. Let's keep it in line. He made $9,000 check match from his level 1. Gregory is probably pretty happy at this point, right? But we're about to make Gregory happier, okay? Because now his level 2, all right, all of them made 5,000, and on level 2, check match is 20%, all right? So he's going to make $1,000 from each person from check match, all right? So in this case, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's $6,000. 6,000. Yeah, $6,000 dollars that he made. All right. So that's 6,000 here. Okay. Because he made 1,000 per person at 20% because they all made $5,000. Okay. And then let's say all of them signed up 5 people that all made 1,000 each. All right. So that's 5,000, 10, 20, 25, 30. No, I'm right. I'm wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it's 1,000 each. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So that's $30,000. And he makes 10% on that, which is another $3,000. Okay. So just in check match alone with the 3 levels is $18,000. And guess what? There are a lot of people in this company that's making that right now. Lots. Okay. In check matching alone. Okay. So this is how important check matching is. So we want to create a culture. Now, just think if you're making 18,000. Now, Gregory got his own binary check. Gregory makes weekly checks. And obviously, if all this is happening, there are new customers and new affiliates signing up that he's making levels of checks from that as well. So we're talking about a very comprehensive compensation plan. And I'm telling you guys from experience, this is the best that I've seen in the industry. Okay. Man, my last company, the check match was so pathetic that probably where it is 18,000 here, in that company, it probably would have been about 800. All right. Drastic difference. The check match was horrible. Okay. Everything was horrible. I don't know how that company was so successful. All right. So, but that's it, guys. So that's why it's very important for us to create this culture. Right. So we all got that, right? Check match comes only from the binary, and you want to help your people become binary qualified. And so now we're going to go into that. Okay. So now all of those people that, all right, so let's use Gregory again. Gregory, we're speaking this to existence, right? So Gregory, and unfortunately, I can't remember who all that was enrolled, but all those people are going to go in Gregory's binary leg, right? Because every time you enroll someone up in your each enrollment leg, they have to be placed in the left or right leg, all right? So what happens here is Gregory is going to sign up, and he's going to be placing people in the left and right. Okay, I am going to be talking about a lot of different things in this binary today, okay? The cool thing is Dell is recording this so you can go back and watch it. So a lot of it, you probably won't get watching it the first time. You might have to go back over and over and watch this a few times, okay? All right, so now, don't forget, if Gregory is there, there are people above Gregory as well. It could be in the left leg or right leg. And for this training, let's just say this is me right here, right? This is Chris Bailey. All right. Now, we just showed Gregory earning all that money. And the way it happens is from people being binary qualified. Just to give you a reminder what binary qualified is, it's when you let's say in this case, Gregory, he has to have a minimum of 40 BV personal. Okay. And he has to have at least 90 BV of personal enrollments that he signed up himself, all right, in each leg, all right. Now the 90 can come from as many people as it want to. It could be one person, it could be 10 people, whatever, as long as there's 90 BV. So let's say, for example, this person has 40 that Greg signed up, and then this person has 50, that's 90, okay? And the same thing has to happen. Now it could be one person. So Gregory could have signed up one person over here with 90 BV, all right? So that will make you binary qualified. Just a quick side note, as you're ranking up in this company, you do have to have personal people that are at 90 BV to hit certain ranks, right? For example, at 5K, if you're a 5K affiliate, which is where the check match kicks in, you have to have 3 people that have 90 personal themselves. Okay, so that's very important to know, right? Because you don't want to think that you're getting check match kicked in because you met the requirements for the binary, but you also have to meet the requirements for the rank, okay? So that's what gets you binary qualified. Now, what's really cool about the binary, so as I said, there's advantages to each one, you know, the unilevel or binary. So with the binary, there's some amazing advantages. And the biggest, one of the biggest ones is called spillover, right? Spillover is people that your upline somewhere, it could be this person, and there might be 100 people above you that may place someone in the tree, okay? Because remember, everybody has to get placed. Now what happens is, it's going to be in the left leg or right leg. So if they're placing people, all right, they're going down in your leg, and that counts for your check as well. All right, this is really cool. This is where teamwork really comes in. And this is one of the things that people love about the binary. For example, let's say I sign up Dale Franklin and Philip Reynolds, right? They're 2 really good friends, but let's just say we're all friends. I spoke to both of them and I signed them both up, okay? Now, Dale might be mad and say, Chris, you know, I know Phil, you know, he's my buddy, you know, but I reached out to both of them at the same time and they both enrolled, you know, sorry, Dale, right? But here's the great thing. I can say, well, Dale, at least what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna place Phil up under you, all right? So here's Dale and Phil, and now they're still working together. How cool is that, right? See, this really kicks in when you got family, right? When you signing up all your family, and you want to place all your family in one leg so that they're all working together, all right? Whereas if it was unilevel, neither one of them would benefit the other person, all right? So that's why, you know, the binary is really, really sexy because it really helps everybody work together, right? Now, I know that's a little bit more detailed, but I want you to understand that there are tremendous benefits about the binary, okay? All right, now, what I want to train on today is how to maximize this binary, how to help people in the binary, and using some skills and tactics to how to build the binary properly, okay? So the other part about the binary is you can be binary qualified and still don't get a binary check, okay? If anybody can, put in the chat line how many BV you have to have total in your lesser leg to draw a binary check in a month. Somebody, anybody. All right, I trained on it last week. Let's see who's paying attention. Just type it in the chat. Awesome. All right, we got one person that was studious. All right, so you have to have 300 minimum BV in your lesser leg in order to actually get a check. So you can be binary qualified and not get a check, okay? And this is very important because this is going to be part of the basis of what I'm going to train on today, okay? So what that basically means is you have a binary tree, right? And you got a few people enrolled. Let's say Jim, Tony, Mark, Anthony, right? And they each have 100 BV, let's say. All right, in this leg, you also have, let's say Martha, right? And she has 100 BV as well. So what happens is you have 300 BV in this leg, but you only have 200 in this leg. All right, you're binary qualified, but you're still not getting a check because both legs have to have a minimum of 300. Now, what's really cool is that everything rolls over. If it didn't pay out, it rolls over to the next month. So the next month, when these two have 100 again, and it was 200 that carried over, now you got 400 in this leg, even though it's still the same people, okay? And then this leg got 600 because again, it rolled over. So now you're going to get a binary check, even though your team did not grow anymore, okay? So now you got 400 and 600, that will get you a binary check, okay? So that is the requirement to get a check. Now, here's the thing that I'm going to really drive home with you guys today, and it's going to be a lot, but I'm gonna do it, okay?
Chris, while you're cleaning that up, isn't it with most network marketing companies, they would flush that out if you hadn't made your total volume. You had to start from scratch next month, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, and what Dale is talking about is something called breakage. All right. One of the things I love about My Daily Choice is they do whatever they can to not create breakage. Breakage is money that could be paid out to the field, but the company keeps it. So when they flush out your numbers, they're keeping that money. All right. When it's rolling over, I always say that's just a check waiting to be paid. So when you had 200 and you couldn't cash out yet, that money is sitting in your bank waiting for you to add enough to it to be able to cash it out. How cool is that? All right. So that's a really tremendous thing. And just another example of breakage. So remember when I said that the old company I was with, they had $50,000 that you can make maximum per month, where our company has 2 million. All right. Well, my old boss of old upline in that last company, he made 50,000 in his first week. All right. So the rest of the month, he couldn't make another penny, even though he built this huge team that he should have been making 200,000 or 300,000 a month, and the company kept it as breakage. All right. So, but he can't complain, Kenny, because he's making $50,000. Who's going to walk away from that? So what was happening with that company is a lot of leaders were stuck. They were like, well, you know, I'm making like 150,000 a month because I maxed out the 25,000 a week and the 50,000 a month in the binary. I hate it because I should be making like 400,000, but I'm not going to leave because I'm making 150, right? So it was a terrible comp plan, but people were locked in. They just, you can't walk away from 150,000 a month, right? Okay, so great point there, Dale. So let's now, what I'm going to focus on is everyone needs to set their setting, their enrollment setting to holding tank, okay? The holding tank, what that is when you sign up all those people that I showed, you know, when you enroll someone, instead of them automatically going in your left leg or right leg, because that's a setting, right? By default, the company will do left, right, left, right, left, right, right? You want to put them in a holding tank. In a holding tank, you basically have a week to decide where you want to place them, all right? So everybody should set theirs to holding tank, even if today is your first day of enrolling, all right? So you can place the people where you want them, okay? Because this is very, 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 very important. It's very important, okay? So now that you have them in a holding tank, there's also cool other things you can do. For example, because you don't have to place them in a specific order. So let's say, for example, again, let's talk about Dale and Philip because they're really good friends and I'm friends with them, right? So let's say, for example, I call Dale And Dale says, yeah, man, sign me up. So Dale signs up. I got Dale in the holding tank, right? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to call Philip and I'm going to say, Philip, guess what? Dale's enrolled. If you join, I will put Dale under you. How cool is that, right? And then let's say Philip be like, yeah, man, I want Dale under me because I know he's going to kill it. So Philip signs up. So now I got 2 people in the holding tank, all right? Then I'm going to call other people that know Dale and Philip, and I'm going to say, hey, Martin, guess what? I got Dale and Philip in my, I got what I normally tell people is I have their applications in my hand. They're already signed up, but I could put them on your team if you join right now. And Martin says, man, I can get both of those starting off. Man, sign me up, okay? Then now I got 3. You see, the more that you have, the more powerful it gets. Because now I'm going to call Elder, and I'm going to be like, Elder, I got Martin, I got Philip, and I got Dale enrolled. If you sign up right now, all right, you can't wait till tomorrow. I want you to do it today. You sign up today, then I'm going to put all of them on your team. Elder's going to be like, man, sign me up, all right? So now I got 4 people in the holding tank. Here's what I'm going to do now. I'm going on social media, and I'm going to put on Facebook. Anybody who joins my team right now, I'm going to put 4 people on your team that you can override them for life. All right? Because, and I'm telling you, I did this one time, and I had a bunch of people sign up in one day. It was crazy. I just kept, and then let's say, for example, I go on social media and I say, hey, I got 4 people, right? Then someone, some random person on Facebook like Nathan says, you know what, Chris, man, sign me up. I want them, you gonna put them 4 people on my team? I'll be like, yes. So Nathan's joined. Guess what? I'm going right back to Facebook and say, now I got 5. All right. And they're all going to be on your team. Okay. So you can do that. And here's the cool thing. You can do that for an entire week. So now the next day I might call people that I talked to 6 months ago and say, hey, look, man, I know you was on the fence. You were considering it. You get started today. I got 5 people or 6 people I'm going to place on your team right now. All right. So you can use that as leverage. Then you can do that until the entire time until they have to be placed out of your holding tank. All right. So that's a phenomenal tactic, and it's going to be amazing. Okay. So how is Dale going to feel about that when he finds out? So here's the cool thing. When Dale signed up, Dale didn't expect anybody, because I never told Dale I was going to place anybody under him, right? Now, I could even tell Dale that eventually I would, because I would, right? So here's the cool thing about this is Dale, one may not know, he may know, may not know, I don't care. Because here's how it's going to benefit Dale. Y'all ready for Dale to be benefited? All right, so that's a great question. So now, let's say Dale came in, and of course, we got all those people in front of Dale. All right, I'm still on the screen, right? So let's just say this is Dale right here, right? And yes, I placed all those people above Dale. But guess what they all got to do? They all got to place people under Dale. So now Dale has all this fresh new upline that all got to be binary qualified. And what do they got to do? They got to each have 90 BV that they got to place under Dale. All right. So even Dale benefits. Okay. So, Peter, I hope that answers your question. So, of course, I typically, if I have someone like Dale, if I'm leveraging him, Dale don't know he's being leveraged usually up front. Right. But if Dale says, hey, man, I see you signing those people up. And I'll be like, yeah, Dale, but here's what is going to happen. That's going to automatically get you 6 people placed under you at a minimum. Where if I don't do this, those people won't be signed up. All right. So at a minimum, they all have to build a team under Dale. All right. So I hope that best answers your question. So if Dale were to call me, I'd be like, yeah, Dale, you're going to benefit tremendously because they all going to build a team under you as well. All right. So, Dale, you're not going to be mad at me, are you?
Absolutely not.
All right, cool. All right, so Dale is going to benefit as well. So everybody benefits, we all win, and that's how that happens. All right. So now let's really get back into breaking down what I want to train on today, which is all of this actually. So I'm not getting too sidetracked. So I want to show you everything I'm showing you. So here's where this really gets great. So let me see. What if they choose rather to build their other leg? Okay, so they can build their other leg, but they cannot get a binary check until they play somebody under Dale. So if they build this leg out to 10,000 and never put anybody over here under Dale, then they will not get paid, at least from the binary, and no one's going to do that. All right, so eventually they have to build a team under Dale. All right, so here's where this gets really cool. So we're going to stick with Gregory right now. Gregory is enrolling people left and right. Okay, he's a 5K affiliate. He's showing his friends he's making money. He got a new swimming pool put into his house. He bought a new car. He's traveling every quarter because he's going to all the My Daily Choice conventions. He's having fun. He's all these cool people from different countries all taking pictures with Gregory every 3 to 4 months when he goes to the conventions. He's showing the crowd. He walks across the stage. They're giving him awards. He's super excited. So people are seeing that because he's putting all his pictures on social media. His friends, his neighbors saw he got a new swimming pool, and they asked him how could he afford that, and he said the little side business I'm doing making me enough money where I'm able to buy that new car and get my pool put in. All right. Reason why I'm using that, because that actually happened before. I had a guy, he said, man, when I saw my neighbor get a new pool, man, I joined his business right away. Okay, so that's another cool story. All right, so now here's what's going to happen. So now Gregory is now a recruiting machine. Okay, so let's say, for example, and we're going to use Martin. Again, Martin, you're getting used all day long. I hope you don't mind. All right. That means I'm manifesting it for you, Martin. Yeah, I see your smile, man. We're gonna get you there, right? So now we got Martin down here, right? So Martin is here. Martin is binary qualified, all right? So Martin has, let's say a person that got 100 here, 100 here, 100 here, okay? Now, Gregory has, and Martin also has 2 people here with 100. All right. So now Martin is binary qualified because he got his own 100. But again, he has 200 in his lesser leg. So even though he's binary qualified, he's not going to get a check this month. Right. Let's say he doesn't have any carryover. So now he has 200 here and has 100 here. Now, let's say, for example, Gregory, right? Gregory, let's say he has a big team in this leg. So here he has, let's say, 10,000. With the current volume and rollover, right? It could be a whole bunch because everybody normally has one leg that's much bigger than the other leg, right? So typically when we sign new people up, we always put them in our lesser leg, right? So in this case, the lesser leg is Gregory's left. Let's just give this person 100 too, right? So Gregory has 100, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He has 700 so far in his lesser leg, right? So Gregory is going to place this new person who has 100 in his lesser leg so he can make that 800 so it drives up his binary check, right? Again, we all usually put people in our lesser leg after we're binary qualified. So Gregory got to be binary qualified, and now his check is going to be just determine how many he keeps putting in the lesser leg, right? So in the old way that had to happen, all right, was it always had to go, the old system before Josh upgraded it, it had to go in the outside. You didn't have a choice, right? There was no holding tank. It either went left or right. And when it did, it went to the outside. But now with this new modification, man, it completely opens up the way we do business. So if Gregory placed his new sign up anywhere in the tree, it doesn't matter. Anywhere in his left leg, it's going to make him the same amount of money, 100 more points, right? So this number is going to turn to 800 no matter where he places them in his left leg. So here is something most people don't think about, but Chris Bailey does, all right, is placement, okay? Now, Gregory can say, you know what, Martin, I know you need 100 more so you get a check. I'm going to place that person under you in your lesser leg so it drives up your check. Now, even if Martin has a big team, right, he can still place it in Martin's lesser leg, because here's what happens. So no matter where Gregory places it, his binary is going to turn to 800. So it doesn't matter where he places them, but you do strategically want to place them in the right place, right? You know, so you want to think before you place anybody at all times. Where is the best place that I could place them in that leg to help people drive up their checks, right? So in the beginning, you might want to just build this one leg out as big and fast as possible, right? And the reason why is because, so new up front, when you're new, you want to build to the outside of both legs as fast as possible. Because what that does is, let's say, for example, Martin, you know, seeing all this growth in his left leg, number one, it's going to get him excited. And then all Martin got to really do is build that one leg. He still got to place people on the left so that Dale's going to be happy, all right? Because Martin at least got to put somebody down in the left, but then the rest of the time he can go right, which is going to maximize Martin's check, right? But there's going to be Dale and everybody else down here who sees that left leg growing like crazy, and they all are going to get excited and build their right. Now, when they build their right, it's going to take Gregory's number up, right? Because it doesn't matter where they are in that tree, but because Gregory built them all deep on the left side, that's going to maximize everybody's check. So the first strategy is build that outside leg first. Okay, that's the first thing you want to do. You don't want to start going inside right away. You want to build that thing until it's running on its own. Until somebody else down here is building it, somebody else down here is keep adding to it and adding to it. You want those numbers to go crazy on the outside of both legs, okay? Now, once you have stability going on those outside legs, that's when you can start doing really cool stuff. So Greg has some nice momentum going on the left because Dale is starting to pick up now, right? But then he says, I can help Martin get a check if I took this one person and put him under Martin's inside. So now Martin now has 300. And guess what Martin is? Excited. Thank you, Gregory. You helped me. All right. Now Martin is really thanking Gregory and saying, what a great leader you are. You see, I'm committed. All right. That's another quick note. Do not place people on the inside of people who are not committed and who's not serious. Okay. You only want to do that with committed, serious people. And the reason why is, Gregory, you signed this person up. They're going to be looking at you like, why I'm not getting any help, why I don't have a team. Now, what's really cool is because you placed that person under Martin, Martin now gets paid from that person. So guess who else is going to help your new person? Martin, right? So now it's Gregory and Martin coaching and helping that new person. Okay. So if Gregory would have put the person on the outside, Martin be like, yeah, that's nice, but that leg's already big. I want to help people on this side. All right. So now that's where you incentive your leaders. Martin, who's a committed person, you incentivize them by helping them build that leg. All right. So now here's the other magic that's going to happen. Martin now is getting a check of $300 that Martin wasn't going to get this month. But here's what else happened. All right, you still got your 800, Gregory, right? Because no matter where you place them, you're going to get that. But now what happened is, now that Martin's getting the binary check, guess what? You check match it. All right, so now you're getting 30%, okay, of the $300 check. How cool is that? So now you're getting an additional $100 All right, because you did that check. You did the the three. Actually, rather, no, that's wrong. I'm sorry. It's percentage. Okay. No, I'm right. I'm right. All right. What I'm thinking about is the binary, the 800. Right. So yeah, you getting now the $300. Well, no, 300 points. You're going to get a $30 check. So Martin's going to get a $30 check. It's 10%. All right. So, but whatever it is, it's all going to drive everything up. All right. Because now Martin's got a check. He's happy. All right. Gregory, you're not only getting the 800 that you were going to get anyway, but now that you help Martin, now Martin's check is going up. Now you're check matching. Okay. Now, this is where it can get even cooler. Okay. Let's say Martin is building and Gregory still got that one person to sign up, or 10 people. He may have 10 people. And Martin says, you know what? I have this guy, Nathan, right? Nathan is down there. And Nathan is the person that needs one more person. Because Martin built that one leg outside, right? Just like I was training. So Gregory built the outside for Martin. Martin placed one leg over here. Now Martin's building the outside here, doing that same strategy, right? He wants Nathan and everybody else to have that one leg that's growing out. So it goes in a zigzag. Gregory builds this leg, Martin builds this leg. Okay. And then Nathan is building this leg. Right? But Nathan is short a person. Nathan needs the 100. Right? Now Martin, got a nice team growing, but Nathan is the one needing 100. So Gregory says, hey, Martin, I got a person that's in my holding tank and I want to, or I got 7 people, right? Because I signed up this guy Dale and all these, right? And I want to place them and help somebody out. And you say, you know what? Nathan is committed. Nathan has a couple of people, but again, Nathan is just short, 100 BV. And so now you place all those people on the inside of Nathan. Now here's what happened. Now Martin is getting a check match from Nathan. Gregory, your check match from Martin went up, and now you're getting a check match from Nathan. So now you're check matching 2 levels, all right, from one group of signups. Okay. I know this is a lot, and I know I'm all over the map. I just hope you guys are following me. All right. So that's how cool this comp plan is that you can place people anywhere, which can help someone become binary qualified, all right, which will get them a check, and then also would take this person's check match up, which coincidentally takes Gregory's check match up. Okay, so I know that's a lot, guys, but that's what's beautiful about the comp plan and how you can leverage that holding tank and placing people inside of people. Because I have quite a few people in that leg because I'm still driving it deep, right? But I have quite a few people who have been committed, been with me from the beginning. So now what I'm doing is when I get new signups, I'm placing them in their inside legs, all right? And helping them build. Now, here's where this really, really can get really, really amazing. I know I'm a little over time, but I'm going to just do this one last piece, okay? So you can kind of see how it all comes together, but you're going to hear this from training from Mark Aceta, okay? And what's really cool about this, right? Going back to that same old binary tree. All right, so what we're really looking for ultimately is what we call ACEs, okay? ACE is a person like Adele Franklin, Philip Reynolds, Elder, people that are coming in and they committed and they're going to work this thing until they hit the top of the company, right? So you're looking for an ace in your left leg and an ace in your right leg, okay? Now, what's really cool is that ace might have been placed under you from somebody like myself. The cool thing about the binary is it doesn't matter who signed them up and who placed them, you're going to make the same amount of money. It's whatever that BV is, all right? No matter who placed them, all right? Now, let's say, for example, this is an ace, and this person comes in and they're blowing this thing up. All right. They're building it so fast you can't keep up. Right? They're just building it, and their team is building it. They got other superstars within their organization, and it's just crazy. You get an ace on this side, and you get an ace on this side, and you'll make dream income. Okay? Because those aces are going to be committed, and they're going to build and build and build and build. And they ain't going to stop until they win. Okay? So that's how amazing this is. Now, again, let's say Gregory got his team growing, his checks are blowing up. And so now all his friends and family saying that business is finally working that he was struggling with for 2-3 years. But now that thing, he's got this new swimming pool and new car, but he even paid cash for them. All right. So he didn't even, get a loan or anything. So he's paying cash for all this stuff. He's living his dreams. So now all these new people signing up. And now Gregory is now placing additional aces down in that leg. Right? So now it's going crazy. This is how momentum is built. But here's the cool thing about aces, right? So let's say this ace right here. Now Gregory placed this ace down here, all right? Now all this person, because now they got an ace in this leg, all they need is one ace in their inside leg. And then they're going to Disney World. But here's the cool thing. The bigger their paycheck gets, he's check matching it. Y'all, we just need this momentum to kick in and get these aces. And everybody on here be an ace. An ace is someone that's always committed, all right, and on an auto ship, all right, getting one every month and always committed and keep working, okay? And just keep working until they win. That is an ace to me, all right? And you keep doing that and keep doing that. And that's how this thing explodes. And again, when you got people in the holding tank, you look down in your tree and see who you can help make a check. And the last thing I'm gonna finish with, because I got more I can do on this, that I can probably do a 3-hour training on this alone, is sometimes you have people in your tree that are missing some points. And so we got this one guy who got in early and he signed up a couple of people, but he never worked it, right? So he's got 2 legs that's growing, but he's at home chilling. He's like, I don't feel like doing nothing. But he signed up an ace in one leg, and then his other leg, because he's in the community leg, is being built by his upline. So what happens is about every 3 months, this guy earns about $1,000. Okay. But because he never logs into his back office, the person that signed him up does. Right? He looks at him every month and sees what he needs. And this guy literally, this is the truth, okay? I can even say his name, but I'm not, all right? But he's the brother to one of our leaders, okay? And his brother randomly checks and sees where he is. And basically, like I said, he earns about $1,000 in the binary about every 3 months, right? So what always happens is he'll have his, because he loves the product, so he takes the CBD, so he always gets 90 every month. Then he has one leg that always gets there 90, right? But this other leg hardly ever gets there 90, right? It's always like 40 or something like that. So his brother calls him up when he checks him and says, look, man, it's that time again. You're about to earn $1,000 or you're about to let $1,000 go, blah, blah. All you need is 50 more points. Can you buy something from that person to get them to 90? So he does that. He goes and spends $100 and gets this person to 90. He gets a check of the $900 or $1,000. Okay. Here's how cool this is. Now that he earned $1,000, his brother who told him about it gets 30%. So his brother now, his check went up by $300. Just because he called his brother and said, hey, get 50 more BV. So now that happens. But guess what I get? I get $200. Okay. So, and guess what? Dale gets 100. All right. So this is how cool this is. When you find that one person that needs that one little something and you just help them get that extra BV, right? Because it has to be personal. So it has to be a person enrolled, but you show him that, and then the check match just goes up and up and up, right? I would even, let's say I can't get in touch with him, right? But I look and see that his person got 40. I might pay the extra $100 to give me the extra $200, and I got some free product, right? So now I got a extra 16 pack of FFX, and I got an extra $200, right? So that's why you got to watch. Sometimes you got to watch people in your tree that you know have a nice team, and say, you know, I know they're not working it, but they signed up one person who started building and working it. Then they're missing a check, and you help them get a check, and your check match skyrockets. All right, so it's a lot to it, guys. I know it's a whole lot. I know I covered a whole lot today. I know I'm kind of talking in circles, but if you can rewatch this video over and over and understand it. But the one thing I do know is that a lot of you guys are super, super smart and really understand comp plans. So I know a lot of y'all are getting this, okay? And I'm telling you, you master this thing, or you just pay attention, right? Just pay attention to people and see what they need. When you have someone in your holding tank, just look through your organization. If you don't have the leg, or if your legs are, you know, your one community leg is already blowing up, and your lesser leg, you can start placing people, then do it and help other people get a binary check. Remember, only do it for people who are working it and who are committed. Because here's one thing that I like to do. So again, we're going to keep using Martin and Gregory. So I got, let's say Gregory's there. See, I like creating leaders, right? And I also like, you know, let's say again, I'm signing up Dale. You know, network marketing is supposed to be something that you create a passive income. So let's say Gregory signs up Dale and places them under Martin. Now what I'm expecting, I'm gonna call Martin up. I'm gonna say, look, man, I'm gonna place this guy under you. All right, you're an expert, you know everything to do. I want you to train Dale. All right, and because that's your check. You help Dale get a big team, your check skyrockets. So I want you to work with Dale. You know what to do, because Chris Bailey need to go to the beach. All right. So this is where you're helping to create leaders, all right, that are all in. And then you can start. So every time you start signing up people, you placing them under Martin, or you placing them under somebody who can also help that person. So you know, I just want to recruit 1 million people, sign them up, place them to people, and have people work with them. All right. So if I'm placing them in Martin's lesser leg, Martin is like, man, keep putting them in here. I'm gonna work with all of them. All right. And then guess what? Martin is going to be like Chris now. Martin's going to say, hey, Dale, I'm gonna place this person on your inside leg because I'm going to the beach with Chris. All right. So I need you to start training all these new people. All right. But I'm gonna place them in your pay leg. All right. We that's another term that we use. People's lesser leg is their pay leg. So the more people get placed in that leg, the more their check goes up. So we call it the pay leg. Martin starts doing, because Martin learned that from Chris. This is how you start creating all these sub leaders, right? I will tell them, I'm placing them under you because I'm expecting you to build them up and work with them. All right. So that's how you create leaders where you can actually spend some time on the beach. All right. So, okay, hold up. I see a couple of questions. All right, let's look at those and then we'll wrap it up. Okay, so what happens with your binary if you have 4 on your first leg? Okay, so that's a great question. And some builders, they say put a bunch of people on your one leg and just build that out and build it, let it create crazy momentum and then go to your other side, right? I don't believe in that. I believe in getting paychecks, right? Because it might just be $30, it might be $60, but we've all heard that term, the belief check, right? When you get that belief check, you're like, oh man, especially if let's say, for example, Gregory is still fairly new, he's getting his first binary check, it's only $30, but he made $90 in quick start bonus. He got in the bonus pool. He did this, he did that. So the 30 added on to the other 270 made it $300. Now he could pay his car note with that, right? So I believe in getting people checks. So I usually say put 2 in the community leg and then go to your lesser leg. And the reason why we always do 2 is if one person, let's say, for example, you're getting that binary check every month because they both got 90, but if one drops off and you don't know it, then you won't get a check. So you really got to be paying attention. Fortunately, the back office now shows you if you're binary qualified, but it used to didn't. And no other company I've been with actually showed you that. So, but now you can see it if somebody's not binary and you can do something about it. But it's always good to have redundancy. 2 people that will always get auto ship. So if one drops off, let's say your big leg, one of your people dropped off, even though that's a big leg and you hate to put another body in there, you can throw another body over there to make sure that you're getting that binary check, right, every month. Another option is, like I place my daughter in the big leg of mine so that if I ever need a binary, I can place an order through her and be able to get that, make sure I'm getting my binary check. Okay, so that way it's always guaranteed. I have a backup plan. So that answers number 1. So if you have 4 in your first leg, you can do that, but you're always going to have to go to the other side, no matter what. All right. All right. If the first 10 people you sign up as customers, how do you place them in the binary all to the left? Okay, so that's a great question, but it's the same answer. Okay, if I have, if the first 10 people, I would probably put 5 on the left and 5 on the right. Okay, because every month that they place an order, 20% of that is going in the binary. Okay, so the ultimate goal with the binary is to get one leg that's going crazy, so you're only focusing on one leg. Okay, but then the goal kind of changes. Now you're trying to take that lesser leg and make it outdo the bigger leg. Then you go to the bigger leg, which is now your lesser leg in the future, right? And you do the same thing. So your goal is to ultimately flip-flop. Okay, it's kind of hard to do that, but that's what the ultimate goal is. So whatever leg is your lesser leg, as long as you're binary qualified, you're building the lesser leg because that again is your pay leg. All right, say the 5th customer down the line converts to affiliate. How does this influence them? Okay. Okay, so that's a great question. These are great questions. So if the 5th person, let's say, says, I want to become an affiliate. So it changes things a little bit because now 100% of the volume from the person becoming an affiliate. So if you guys remember last week, a customer, 80% gets paid out as bonus checks and 20% goes into binary. Okay, so when they convert to affiliate, 100% goes into binary, right? Because you already got their first month from the customer, so that's already been paid out. So now they convert to 100% going into binary. It just means that they're going to be more volume towards that binary. So where before, let's say if they did 100 BV order every month, before as a customer, you would earn $40 in a weekly pay, but now, and you would get 20 points going in the binary. So every month you look in the binary, they would show as 20. Well, now they're going to show as 100 because all of it goes to the binary for affiliates. All right, so I hope that answers your question. All right, Dale,
All right.
I'm done. Okay, we got a thumbs up. Good. Okay, cool, Peter. Glad to answer that for you. I hope that, I know it's a lot, guys, but the great thing is you have Dale and I here. If you ever have any questions, if you got people in the holding tank and say, hey, I need to know the best place to put them, feel free to contact us. Just keep them in your holding tank and we'll help you at where to place them to best maximize your checks. All right. But I'm telling you now, we continue to grind and get those aces, and your check starting to go up. That binary check is tremendous, man. It's amazing when you're getting that binary check on top of all the bonuses, and then your team is getting binary checks. So this big old check match kicks in. 30% is a lot of money to check match someone. That's a lot. So you may not be a superstar. Let's say you only sign up, let's say you only signed up a couple of people and you barely hitting 5K, but one of the people, you just hitting 5K, but you got 100K affiliate under you that's making 100,000 in a month. All right. From the binary, you're getting $30,000 from that one person. So this is the great thing I love about this comp plan, because any other company will have very stringent requirements. So you would not be able to check match that person because they're way higher than you. Here, you can check match someone making millions and you're making, not millions, but you're making 300,000 because they're making $1 million. You can do that here. No other company I've been to can do that. All right. So hopefully, man, I'm telling you, it's very exciting. It's a tremendous comp plan. All right. My pleasure, Winnie.
Hey, thanks, Chris. Fantastic job. Fantastic job.